So as you can see, I've decided to go ahead and put a surface on the top there. I was just going to leave it open and have the aquarium just resting on the rails, but I've decided to go ahead and skin the entire top. I think it looks pretty good that way. I've got the plywood down on the bottom as well for where the sump's going to be. And yes, turned out pretty good so far. A couple of other little additions that I've made. On the back, I've added this extra brace there, and that is because I'm going to be mounting this power strip along the back here, and it's going to fit exactly on there. It'll be coming in on this side. So I'll have my power strip there. It'll be up above the sump, so to keep it from getting wet. And then I don't know if you'll be able to see it. The lights aren't very good out here right now. But I've also added a couple of cross beams. These were the support beams there and over there. And I've added a couple of 2x4s in between. And that's to give me some places to mount things like lighting, or if I need to run my wires, or just anywhere to hide the wires up there. I could do that, or hang the refugium lighting, or whatever I need to. I think that really comes in handy. I did that on my last stand, and I used it for a lot of different items. So, not much else to say about this other than the next time you see this, it should have a nice coat of black paint on it. So I need to get busy with that. Alright, so I have the stand pretty much ready to go. Got a nice coat of paint on that. But before I bring that up here and show you, I needed to make sure that the electrical was ready for this installation. And I'm a big fan of safety, especially when it's my safety and around my aquariums. So I've gone ahead and installed a GFCI outlet, and these are really good for outlets that are going to be anywhere near water, because these things will trip immediately if it senses anything wrong. So if you drop something in a tank that's not supposed to be in there, this will trip immediately before any harm is done to myself or the livestock or the equipment, theoretically. So I always put one of these near my tanks. So just went ahead and installed it. It's a little tester. If I get 2 yellow lights, that means everything's right. So plug that in. 2 yellow lights, so that's good. Some people are concerned. They say, GFC outlets, they can trip. And that, to me, that's the whole point of it. If you've got a GFC outlet and it is tripping, it's basically telling you there's something wrong. So you should go figure out what's wrong and what's causing it to trip and correct that. Not just replace your outlet with a standard outlet, so it won't do it. But the concern is real. If this thing does trip, I don't want everything just shutting off and I won't know it. So I did find this particular one, and forgive my hands got paint all over them still. This one has an audible alarm on it, which I'd never seen before, which is pretty cool. So if for some reason this does trip, I'm going to hear that and know that I need to come in here and do something about it. So I'd never seen one like that before, and I think that's pretty cool. So that's just a tip. I would always recommend using GFC outlet for your aquarium equipment, and keep yourself safe. All right, the big reveal, here it is. So just like many of you suggested, I used a 4-inch roller, and paint went on super easy. I ended up using Rust-Oleum oil-based enamel, which, it applied really easy, and it should be durable and water resistant. Oil-based paint's a little bit of a pain to work with, but I think the results are worth it. So not quite sure how much I'm going to get done between now and Christmas, but I need to start working on the sump, drill my tank, and figure out how I'm going to be mounting my lighting. And I think much of the hard part is done, so the rest is going to start becoming the fun stuff. So if you guys are still interested in this build, hit that subscribe button to follow along. Any questions or comments, leave them below. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.